Did you know that's my favorite number?
87?
87 is actually it's always been my favorite number.
Is that a sports reference or?
The only sports reference it possibly could be was that my little league team in 87 went 12-0 and won the championship.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
no, I did not know that little fun Mitch Taylor fun fact about
our very first year in Little League, we went 0-12. My second year in Little League, we went 6-6. Then our final year, we went 12-0.
Okay.
That's a true story. Welcome to the podcast. I am Gittimer Certified Advisor Mitch Taylor.
And I am Certified Personality Trainer Vickie Musni.
And today we're going to be talking about we're going to be
talking about enunciation.
Yes, we're going to talk about how to make Mr. Tongue work with Mr. Teeth and Mr. Lips.
No, we're not.
No, today we're talking about the entertainment experience and what
I'm really
like.
Jealous that you guys got to go and I missed it again. But yes, I'm excited to hear what you can share from that week.
Stay tuned for more.
That was nice and easy.
What are you talking about? This also speaks to a much bigger issue.
Providing personal solutions through understanding people. This is the Creating Connections podcast with Gittimer Certified Advisor Mitch Taylor and Certified Personality Trainer Vickie Musni.
So today we're talking about the entertainment experience. Welcome back to the podcast, Creating Connections for Event Pros. I am Mitch Taylor.
And I'm Vickie Musni. Yeah, you can just call me Vickie, though. It's easier. I should just say I'm Vickie.
Yeah, and I should say I'm Mitch.
Yeah, let's do that from now on.
Or Miach. No.
Focus. Yeah. I want to hear about entertainment experience.
So the entertainment experience. What is the entertainment experience? First off, it is a series of workshops and seminars and a full thought process, a state of being that is created, that has been created by a good friend and mentor of mine, Bill Hermann, and a former business partner of his, Jason Jones. And Bill is an actor. Mm-hmm. Bill is a performer at heart. Yes. And Bill and another mentor of mine, Mark Farrell, they tend to be a little different in how they approach.
Sorry, that's the personality trainer going, yeah, they're a little bit different.
They're different in how they approach. It's not the approach of, well, okay, here's what I do, and I want you to do it the way I do it. Mm-hmm. Their approach is more, these are the principles. Yep. These are your ground rules, for lack of a better term, although they're not
parameters.
Yeah, parameters is a better way.
Is that a good word? Okay.
Yeah, because they're really, you can break the rules. But parameters. And
my kids just watch Pirates of the Caribbean, so I'm thinking guidelines. They're just guidelines. That's what's in my head.
Yeah, totally. But here's your guidelines, and this is what we want you to get out of this. We want you to have the power to create whatever it is that you know and believe is possible for your clients.
Yeah.
And Bill takes a lot of theater and adapts it to what we do at a wedding reception or an event. Because that's the truth. When your DJ, your band leader, your master of ceremonies, I don't care what event it is, when they crack the mic, that's like the curtain drawing on the play. Action.
So I have a question because I have not been.
Sure, fire away.
You have been multiple times.
3 times.
3 times, okay.
I'm remedial.
But each experience is a different experience.
Yes.
Right? In part because of where you are in life and business, I'm assuming. In part because of the dynamic of who else is attending that particular workshop.
Absolutely.
and in part because of Bill's inspiration? Like, does he teach some basic principles, but they're different each time?
Yes, and which is also something that's taught in the workshop, which is a basic premise of improv. But Bill also teaches and trains differently because he's a greater teacher and trainer than when he first started this in 2011, whatever it was. It might even been earlier that off the top of my head. So the reality is that Bill's different. So yes, we talk about the fact that your people are different. We talk about the fact that the workshop is different because of the people and because of who you are.
But he has had different
also
experiences
different.
too.
Yeah.
Because Bill is not, I mean, he would not be practicing what he preaches if he just showed up to the same workshop with the same outline every time. That would be a contradiction of who he is and what he's trying to do, because isn't he in a sense trying to create an experience for each of you?
Well, don't get me wrong. So the principles are the same.
Yeah.
You know, some of them are time-tested principles. Yes, and from improv.
Yes. Okay.
Another thing that I got out of entertainment experience years ago, and it was awesome to see some of the light bulbs go off at the entertainment experience this past time in Minneapolis, well, Burnsville technically, was, you know, the fact of the—
Thank you, but when you said Minneapolis, at least I have a clue where you were.
Yeah.
Because I don't know where Burnsville is.
Yeah, it's a little bit north of Minneapolis, but
okay.
It's where Electro Voice Bosch headquarters is. Which, huge fan of Electro Voice. I love their product. They're amazing. I just got on the phone with Mike Dussault here just a second ago too. But anyway, so the difference is that the light bulb's going off and seeing that removal of, you can remove risk. You don't have to hope that something's going to turn out right. What if you could walk into your event and unequivocally know it's going to turn out exactly how you want it to turn out? And that's when you remove risk from the equation. And again, there's I don't want to spoon feed anything here. That's not the point of Bill's workshop. It's not the point.
No.
But I've taken these principles and applied them into my own business, being able to remove risk in certain situations and guarantee a game is going to turn out exactly.
Well, and that's huge, because in the wedding industry, we talk about how this is a once in a lifetime event and there are no second chances. We don't get to redo it. It's a live performance. And we also know we've got all of these other factors. We've got, you know, brides that are very emotional and parents that are very emotional, and you know, weather and logistics and all of these other things that play in.
Siblings, venue.
Yeah.
All these things go in.
So to be able to do what you just said, to remove risk and not have to hope and be able to know what the outcome is going to be. Yeah. That concept is a game changer.
It is.
Now, my other question, again, having not attended this, but having worked in different aspects of the wedding industry over the last couple of decades, I know that the entertainment experience is widely known and, as far as I understand, primarily marketed towards DJs and entertainers. But could event planners,
absolutely,
decorators, and people that are working with the overall theme and other aspects of the weddings also benefit from that kind of approach?
Not only could they benefit from that kind of approach, but you could also argue that brides themselves could benefit from that kind of approach. The reality is
goals that we want our clients to benefit from all of our education and training.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just about making us look great.
No.
It's about delivering a quality finished.
But here's a lot of people think that, right? A lot of people think that, oh, it's about, I want to look great. No.
Well, a lot of us do, you know.
Yeah. But here's the thing. If you make your clients look great, you looking great is the byproduct of that.
Yeah.
So why would you not put them first? So that to me would be the goal. Put your clients first. The byproduct is you look great by doing so. And so the brainstorm is, how can we actually evolve their wedding reception, their event, beyond just what you currently do. And what you currently do, and Bill said this too in workshop, what you currently do is successful, otherwise they wouldn't be there. Mm-hmm. I mean, the entertainment experience is one of the most expensive in a dollar figure trainings that are out there, period, for wedding entertainers, certainly, if not, actors and performers. Mm-hmm. But the other reality is that it may be the most expensive dollar figure, but it's one of the greatest values you could ever invest in, because the transformation that happens is amazing. I want to give some quotes that Bill gave from the workshop.
Yeah, please. Okay? Yeah.
So, one of the quotes Bill had from the workshop: transformation in who you are happens in every moment. I love that quote. I would tend to add to that, if you are fully present in the moment, would be my tweak on it. But I love the quote.
Yeah.
Another one, and this is just gorgeous as it sits: vulnerability is where authenticity lies.
Wow.
I loved it. That was probably my favorite.
Even one. Outside of whatever the context was immediately before, during, or after whatever you guys were talking about, that by itself is hugely powerful.
Yeah.
And I think that's our whole theme of this show, even though we try to pick little topics here and there, but that's what connecting is about.
Yeah.
Say that one again. Vulnerability.
Vulnerability is where authenticity lies. Mm-hmm. When you open yourself up to your clients, you drop the facade of, hey, I'm the DJ, or you drop the facade of the salesperson. Mm-hmm. The salesperson, you're going through the motions. You're going, okay, I gotta ask them about them, and I gotta find out how they met, and I gotta talk about our packages and our clients, what they offer, and what we could do, and I gotta show them social proof. And stop. Stop. Mm-hmm. Have a conversation.
Yeah.
Jake Palmer, dude, is a great guy. He spoke at Midwest DJs Live last year.
Yes.
And he gave a quote like years ago at a conference, at a Midwest Northern Disc Jockey Conference, whatever. And I quoted it to him, and I pulled it out of what he said, and he used that as a seminar title this past year. He used it. It's a conversation, not a confrontation. Mm-hmm. And that's so true. Like, I wish I had said that. I totally do. I'm like, damn it. I wished I'd said it first, but
that's good.
Give Jake credit, man. That's a great quote, and it's so true. It's so true. So,
well, I think even in sometimes the old school language that we use about sales, I want to win this sale. I want to, whatever, like that. It has that confrontation style thinking behind it. And, I'm going to attack them with everything I've got. I'm going to hit them with this angle and that, punchline. And then we're going to, I'm going to earn this.
Yeah.
And that thinking is just so,
it's
not the way I want to interact with clients.
You approach it from a win-lose standpoint as opposed to a win-win standpoint.
Yes.
And it needs to be win-win.
Well put.
I'm going to give two more quotes from Bill, and then we got to wrap.
We got to wrap, yeah.
Yeah. So the next one is, if you're not creating anticipation at your events, then your guests are only anticipating one thing: leaving. And that is
so profoundly simple.
It's true. If you're not creating 2 or 3 unique surprise moments throughout the night, if you're not creating the atmosphere of anything can happen, then they already know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. They're going to show up. They're going to drink. They're going to eat dinner. They're going to dance. They're going to go home. Isn't that what happens at every wedding?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much every wedding around the country. That's what happens. But what if it didn't have to be that way?
Yeah.
What if you flipped the script? What if you changed up the order? What if you created something completely different that no one's ever seen before at a wedding that in their market or in that area?
Mm-hmm.
And the final one from Bill is I alluded to this earlier. What I want you to do is to take on the responsibility of taking their hope that their event will turn out a certain way and find a way to guarantee them exactly what they want. And the last part of this quote, it's about emotional intent. Emotional intent.
Mm-hmm.
What emotions do you want to invoke? What emotion? Yeah.
Well, I'm still on the first part because hope and guarantee don't always go together. Hope, while
they don't.
it's optimistic, hope still has a question mark.
Well, but that's the thing.
And,
People hire
so to be able to move from that question mark towards a guarantee. I mean, that's huge.
People hire a DJ and they hope he's going to be great or she's going to be great.
Sometimes, sadly, they hope they're just going to not be awful.
Yes, that was my next side of it. The flip side of the coin is exactly that.
Yeah.
They hope that it's going to turn out all right.
Yeah.
And that the DJ will not embarrass them.
Mm-hmm.
And as Bill has stated before, people will whittle away everything they don't like about the DJ until really they're left with just a jukebox. Okay, well, I don't want you to play this, and I don't want you to play that, and please wear this, and don't wear that, and okay, don't show up with your hair like this, and don't do this, and don't do that, and don't play the chicken dance, and don't do that funky game, and
yeah,
until they whittle away everything to, hi, I'm a human jukebox.
Mm-hmm. And it can be so much more.
It can be. Not only it can be, it should be.
Mm-hmm.
This is a life celebration.
Yeah.
For whatever it is. If it's a 50th anniversary party, it's a 75th birthday, if it's a wedding, if it's a mitzvah, it doesn't matter. It's a life celebration.
Yeah.
That you're walking into, that you've been entrusted and handed the keys to. What are you going to do about it?
Mm-hmm.
You're just going to go in there and do the same old that you've done forever? Or are you going to actually care, really care about what's happening with them, for them, in those moments?
And for me, as someone that saw the pictures that were being posted last week when you were there,
yeah,
and knowing Allison from your staff personally, knowing she was with you, and knowing Bill like I do, I can just imagine the energy in that room when you have that many people who cared enough to pay that much, to travel that far, to adjust their schedules, to do what they needed to do, to drive there, fly there.
Yeah, we had a gentleman from Australia.
The level of passion that was in that room. I mean, I know we got to wrap. How do people contact Bill?
Well, real quick, I want to give shout outs to the people that traveled.
Okay.
And I'm probably not going to hit everybody, but there were people all over. I mean, Bradley traveled from Australia. The Yo DJ crew, Corey sent 3 of his staff, him and 2 other staff, through this. I mean, you're talking an investment of well into 4 figures.
And they're committed. I mean, they brought their whole staff, I think, except one, to my workshop when I last spring.
So
Yeah, they're committed to education and constantly raising the bar.
So they're a great group out of Green Bay, ironically enough, not too far from my market. And you got guys that were, Eric Jaeger traveled up from South Bend or Indiana, I should say, Crown Point, Indiana. John Price traveled all the way from Kansas. We had, folks from Duluth come down, Mark Spin and Dean Carlson, who's going to be speaking at Midwest DJs Live upcoming. Allison Farley, rock star from Tailored Weddings, is there. And just so many great peeps. A guy from Boston, or we're kind of from Boston, just outside of Boston, was there as well. And we opened his eyes, and it was an amazing experience.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah, Paul Hoke came up. Paul's a great guy. We spoke about him last podcast.
You're going to get in trouble starting to name off everybody that was there, because I know it was a pretty full class.
Yeah, and I'll forget.
We can share a picture, or you can write a blog post about it, and we can link to it.
Yeah.
And we'll find a way to share more.
Yeah. So if you want to know more about the entertainment experience, go to billcreates.com or search the entertainment experience workshops and seminars on Facebook. You can find Bill that way, Bill at billcreates.com. If you want to get trained by literally one of the best, a man who has had formal acting experience and training and knows the ins and outs of the true broadcast acting industry.
And how it relates to weddings.
Yes.
It's not out of context experience.
It's still performance experience and performance. Yes. Here's the thing. What Bill teaches is not, here, do this script, take my thumb drive and write it out and then, speak it. What Bill teaches is true performance artistry. That's what you want.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing with us, giving those of us that couldn't be there a little glimpse into what you got to experience.
Yeah, it was an awesome experience. So Vickie and I are going to be presenting coming up at Mobile Beat Las Vegas. We've got an extra workshop as well tagged on to Mobile Beat. It's going to be an amazing experience. If you want to know how to take a client from literally start to finish, the email that you get that talks about, oh, hey, I want a price. And how do you move
how much?
Yep. And then how to, again, move them through into the actual close. We're going to examine the full process for you, called a deep dive into sales. So we're going to do that at Mobile Beat Las Vegas on Thursday, March 16th. You can sign up at deepdivemblv.eventbrite.com. You can also sign up on our creatingconnections.biz website. Just go to creatingconnections.biz, go to events, and you'll find it there as well. I'm Gittimer Certified Advisor Mitch Taylor.
And I'm Certified Personality Trainer Vickie Musni.
We are Creating Connections, providing personal solutions through understanding people better. We'll see you next time.
Have a great week.
Thank you for listening to the Creating Connections podcast with Gittimer Certified Advisor Mitch Taylor and Certified Personality Trainer Vickie Musni. For more information on providing personal solutions through understanding people better, visit creatingconnections.biz.